Oh, Aquarius. Happy Air Sign Tuesday, friends. You know, believe it or not, despite the fact that I'm talking shit about y'all, I love Aquarius. I think that you guys are pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and do your June reading. Keep in mind this is a forecast. You will not necessarily take what resonates with this reading, but you will be open-minded, and if anything that I talk about does come up for you throughout the month, you'd be best served to take my advice, friends. Let's go ahead and get into it. If you would like to book your own monthly reading, yes, I offer those and many, many others, or grab a copy of Messy and Magnetic. I got a couple copies of the book on hand. You click the link in bio or description box to do that. The ebook is also available. All right, so you're in for a bit of a reality check here this month: assessment, exploration, honesty, determination. Now, like I just had to tell Libra, and if you do have any Libra in your chart, I would encourage you to watch that video as well. The unfortunate thing about reality checks, or when spirit kind of drops in to get you to pay attention to what's happening around you, is that sometimes it can feel a little bit chaotic. I'm not telling you you're going to have a horrible month, but I'm telling you that as you are experiencing things throughout the month of June, Aquarius, you need to be asking yourself, what else could this mean, right? It doesn't have to be the most horrible thing that you could come up with, but if things feel difficult, tight, frustrating, that's too many, spirit. Um, it's gonna work. It's gonna work out. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't mean it's gonna feel good while you're on your way to it being okay, but like this card at the bottom of the deck encourages, see the humor. I have talked in every single last video about how fucking hard the month of May was for me. Like, I cry every day. And it was just like, in hindsight, what I was crying about, it was so fucking pointless, because it's just like, goddamn, life goes on, and I know that. But sometimes all of the knowing in the world does not take away from feeling. And I know that for you all as Aquarius, one of your superpowers is detachment. And that's not shady. That's literally just how the fuck it works for you and your sign from an astrological standpoint. Chalk that shit up to Saturn. But it's okay to feel a way about things here this month. Divine self, intuition, balance, connection, and spirit. While you are noticing things, while spirit is giving you this reality check here this month, if you are someone that prays, I would encourage you to pray. One of my favorite things to do, I'm someone that prays, is I like to thank spirit for the lessons. I like to thank spirit for the difficulty, but I also, in the same breath, let them know that does not work well for me. And I ask for the resources or the knowledge or the wisdom or the money, whatever the fuck I need to help me overcome those circumstances. Be very mindful about the decisions that you're making here this month. You see the way I just accidentally tossed the wise decision over my shoulder? Some of you are going to be confronted with situations here this month where you know that this is the right choice for you to make, but you don't give a fuck and you do what you want to do regardless. Perfectly fine. But just keep in mind that all choices have consequences, and you want to be mindful of those. That see the humor is still present at the bottom of the deck. Spirit thinks something about what you're going through is funny because it's going to work out. God's humor is not the same as a regular human's. I don't think we meant to understand it, friends, but it absolutely is there. And I know sometimes it can feel real cruel. And the unfortunate thing about that all is we get wrapped up in those things sometimes. We think so much about, because I want to explain this to y'all the long way, but we don't have a ton of time today. And what I'll say is this, especially for those of you where you've been experiencing some difficulty here in the month of May and that continues over into June, or if it starts for you here in the month of June, you're not being punished. You ain't did nothing wrong. It's a natural part of the experience that you need to have to make sure that you get to where you need to go the way that you need to. And I think it's important for you to know as well, Aquarius, that you are absolutely not stuck. You're not incapable of fixing or solving your problems. It's not that you got to stay silent. You don't need to suffer through anything that you go through here in the month of June. You need to actually kind of stop closing your eyes to those things. Stop turning a blind eye to the reality of what's taking place. And two, some of the fear and frustration that you're feeling here this month, look, it looks like y'all gonna have a heavy month. And I'm sorry. It's not gonna be the worst month. But like I keep trying to explain to people be thinking that they got the most fucked up shit going on. And it's just like, no, babe, your life's transforming. You ain't see how those fake ass friends all fell away at the wayside. You didn't see how you lost that fucking job or you quit that fucking job. And yeah, it took you a couple weeks to get back to where you needed to be to get to the next step for you in your process. But those in between weeks were meant to be weeks that you spent cleaning house, focusing on doing this, learning a new hobby, so on and so forth. It's about perspective. If the month feels heavy, what else could this mean? What else could I be focusing on? What can I do in this moment to try to alleviate a bit of this pressure for myself? And when the answer becomes, I don't know, well, that's why we got professionals that can do everything from life coach and read tarot. They're psychics. I have a psychic. I talk to my psychic twice a year. I love her. And it doesn't have to be that, like, we have people that are willing to pray for us. We have books that we could read. There's research you could do. There's new skills that you could pick up. You got skills that you already got. What I was going to say was going to be a little shady, but I'm going to shut my mouth. I feel like this month here, my friends, you are going to need to focus more on how you're feeling and finding emotional fulfillment for yourself. Because I just wanted to talk to y'all. Let me know down below in the comments, Aquarius, if you would enjoy a longer video. My personal readings, they're usually like 45 minutes to an hour. Sometimes they're over an hour, but we have a lot to talk about. A lot that I could share. We pull way more cards. And if you guys are interested in some longer readings, I can absolutely record some longer ones. I definitely do feel, Aquarius, your reading kind of looks very, very similar to Libra's to me, honestly. You're going to be frustrated this month. You're going to find out some motherfuckers is lying that you didn't think were lying. You're going to have more choices to make, but you are far more capable and together than you think you are. Tell me, are you really in love? Be sure to hold firm on your boundaries here this month. These are things that you need to be mindful of. Being present, okay? Part of why I fell apart so deeply in the month of May was because my focus was not in the present moment like it typically is. And I usually have a lot of things that I do to make sure that I stay grounded. But in May, shit was just so everywhere that I still did those things, but I didn't do them the way that I know I needed to feel comfortable. My mind was like, my fears were in the future. I had a lot of just mental focus on past traumas. And then I was here in the present going through all the shit that I was presently going through. Too fucking far. Too fucking far. I don't know if you've ever read the book, The Power of Now. And if you haven't, you could skip it and just read Messy and Magnetic, because I have a whole chapter where I talk deeply about the book, The Power of Now, and how, you know, I keep it a little more real than Eckhart Tolle, because what can I say? But we don't need to focus too deeply on what hasn't happened yet. And we don't need to continue to harp on what's already taken place. Can't touch the future, can't touch the past, but what you can affect. That's what you're doing right now. When I go back and watch this video, I don't know, in a couple days when I'm responding to your comments, I am going to maybe have thoughts about the video, but more than likely I won't give a fuck because there's nothing that I could do about it now. I really want you to focus on taking that up here, but not necessarily from a standpoint of it ain't shit I could do about it. It's just gonna keep happening. That's stupid as fuck. That's a stupid mindset to uphold. And I usually try not to be so abrasive with the things that I say, but I genuinely do think that's a dumbass mindset to have. Where you just keep letting shit happen and affect you, and you be like, I can't do shit about it anyway. Oh, you sourpuss ass. Sourpuss as in like a sad cat's, not the Kaluchi. But, just don't. That's real lame. Don't get wrapped up in that shit. You're gonna have to focus. I feel too, especially with the roam free and the no boundaries cards being present here, that this month, my friends, you also are going to need to make sure that you're doing what you need to do to feel free and whole, not chained to a job, not chained to a desk, not chained to a partner, not chained to your kids, your mama, your friends, none of those things. Function in the month of June from a place of just feeling like you, whatever your name is, as opposed to you, the mother, you, the father, you, the son, you, the employee, you, the this, you, the that. The aromatherapy card is here. Be still and then journal. Now, outside of like, oh, I got this lavender oil going in the diffuser, my form of aromatherapy is take these ridiculous ass showers, and I will use an unscented bar of soap, and then I go through with a body wash, and then I will go in with the body wash and a shea butter soap. That's layering up these smells, and then I get out. And depending on my type of mood, it's going to depend on the fragrance of the deodorant that I put on. And then I add oils, and then lotions, and then perfumes, and it's for me. It's for me. Smelling good and feeling clean and like my skin glistening and things of that nature, it gives you something to smell and find a lot of comfort in throughout the rest of the day. I also will, right now, I got one of these bad boys. It's a plug-in over there in the wall. I have an Egyptian musk incense burning. Why? Because my mother is 700 miles away and I miss the way that she smells when I was a kid. It's her fragrance. Do those sorts of things for yourself here this month. Do journal. Journal doesn't always look like um journaling doesn't always look like opening up a notebook and writing shit down. It can sound like a voice note. You can talk to Chat GPT if that's your thing. Chat GPT does a lot of things, and while people talk shit about what it does and what others use it for, you use it for whatever you need to. Journaling is fantastic, especially if you don't have a therapist. Green thumb for me. And just slow down and just be present. And all the other shit I said. Link in bio description box if you'd like to book a personal reading, if you'd like to purchase a copy of the book. I think that's it. Love you. Bye.